Pokémon Conquest, Nintendo's forgotten gem. A game that mixes strategy and Pokemon in a way we'd never seen before. But while Nintendo may have forgotten it, the fans never did. In fact, they've taken matters to their own hands, creating Pokémon Conquest Twin Dragons. A fan remake with updated Pokemon, reworked moves, and even brand new maps. But a true Pokemon warlord can win with any Pokemon, so we randomized the Pokemon and their moves. So we can have something crazy like Roar of Time Larvesta or something. Now let's go conquer this region. As always, our journey begins as the warlord of the normal kingdom, and right away we're under attack. A teen walrus and a spiky yellow dog appear, but they don't know who they're up against. We got our trusty Tepig and our ally has, wait, a Riola? Why does she get that? She wastes no time charging in, locking onto Jolteon, and destroying it with Mind's Eye, which is kind of a crazy move. Now it's Tepig's turn, cutting in with Night Slash, while not as fancy, gets the job done. With the enemy wiped out, it's time to see how strong their reinforcements are. Okay, so we need to train.
One eternity later.
It's time to take the Fire Kingdom. And bad news for them, none of their Pokemon can even step on lava, but Tepig can. To make things worse, they can't even coordinate at all. Zoroark accidentally hit Celia while trying to hit us. With the perfect lineup, Tepig carves right through him with Night Slash, only leaving Zoroark, meaning it's team up time, with the crit Night Slash bringing us to victory. With the Fire Kingdom conquered, next up is Grass and Water. Grass seems manageable, but Water has a Charizard, so we're gonna need some allies. We spend some time ally farming, and along the way Tepig evolves and learns Electro Web, which has awful accuracy. With a full squad, we challenge the Grass Kingdom on a stunning new battlefield. Our goal is to capture all the flags, but our opponent has other plans. Anno and Waldron camp the flags, getting their health back while we run out of turns. So essentially they stalled this out. Reminds me of my competitive Pokemon days. We regroup and train, with Riolu evolving, learning Skydrop. Now it's time for round 2. Drapions Cross Poison and Emolga's Side Strike drains Pampor. Pignite holds off Waldron while Emolga forces Musharna out of position, which sets up a nasty Fury Cutter from our Ice Bear while blasting Krogan. Meanwhile, Lucario Skydrops Unknown to interrupt its healing, and then later the whole squad dogpiles it for the win. Alright, let's see what allies we can recruit here. Is that a Ninja Girl with a freaking Groudon? Get in. We turn our sights to the Water Kingdom, and turns out they aren't that tough, and most of the Pokemon they have we can counter, like Musharna obliterating Charizard with Rock Blast. Then there's the whole having a Groudon on the team, so yeah. Either way, GG. Despite our victory, we get a gentle reminder of the powerhouse in the north that we'll eventually have to face. Way to kill the vibe. 3 new kingdoms open up and we target the Electric Kingdom first. But right out the gate, a surprise Razor Leaf from Swaddle puts us in an immediate disadvantage. We strike back, but Pignite whiffs its Electro Web, which is pretty infuriating. Meanwhile, Lucario takes off with Whimsicott into the sky for a quick flight. They strike again, managing to poison Pignite. Lucario returns flinching Whimsicott while Musharna Rock blasts Swaddle, but we lose another team. Then Pignite and Musharna both miss their attacks. They're throwing, so Groudon has to clean up while Lucario keeps launching enemies into the air. Eventually we wear them down and secure the win. Without missing a beat, we step right into the Fighting Kingdom's arena. We rush into the ring, swarming the banners before the enemy can react. Only thing, they did react, striking first and landing some early hits. So it's time for some payback. Their leader Aggron gets blasted by Mud Bomb, then our sneaky ace Drifloon floats in to finish the job with Bubbles. Next, Pampor erupts with Temper Quake while Lucario does what it does best, sending Pokemon flying. The enemy barely fights back, so we keep the pressure on, air drafting Snivy, quaking Charmeleon, and bubbling Galarian. Even Pignite opened its eyes to land an Electro Web on Kadabra. With their team in shambles, we take the banners and claim victory. We get a report of a really rare Pokemon at the park, and it's a cute little Eevee. Hello there, Eevee. Meet our friend Groudon. Goodbye. With that little side quest out the way, we set our sights to the Bug Kingdom. The field has these big Pokeball things that we can use to hit our opponents from a long range. We split into 2 groups to face off. The group with Groudon is obviously doing well, while my group sends Leafeon on a little flight. Side note here, the Leafeons only know Splash, and they have 2 of them, so they're already at a big disadvantage. Jolting increases their disadvantage with Foul Play beating Mini Mushana, with the enemy Empoleon trying to fight back with Scald, but it misses, so we quake it out, and the rest of the team follows suit. After our victory, we're hit with some pretty big news. Two powerful and renowned warlords stand in our way. Recruiting them would increase our strength tenfold, but there's one tiny problem. One of them has one of the best team comps I have seen so far, and the other has a freaking legendary. After a couple months, we set our sights on the ground kingdom first, since it has more weaknesses we can exploit. We go up for a challenge, ready for battle, and he laughs at our face, refusing the challenge. Can he even do that? And now he's attacking back. I must say, that's a bold move, laughing at us then attacking us. They flood the ring, but we have numbers and strength. Pignite Electro Web Sandile, and they counter with Earth Power, but all that does is fire us back up. Lucario launches Kadabra into the air, Joltik's Foul Play takes out Chingling, and we start taking banners. We continue foul playing and sky dropping, ending this all with a Shadow Sneak from Darmanitan, and stay out. Suddenly we evolve, because I guess that's a thing now. But no time to celebrate our victory, it's payback time. We storm back to the Ground Kingdom demanding a rematch. This time, he accepts. Instead of the usual 3 towers, this map has one huge tower in the middle that we have to scale. So we bounce our way up, and Lucario does what it does best, giving uppies, along with a double drive-by attack on Registeel. Our plan is to attack while bouncing away, but Chimecho reaches the top first since it can float, so instead of fighting, we just jump past the enemies. Once we get up there, we knock off Chimecho and start claiming banners. Chimecho returns to get its revenge by poison jabbing Pampor off a banner, so we return the favor with Joltik's Foul Play, but then Registeel claims a banner, which is really bad. This thing has insane defenses, plus the health regen. This could become a stall out situation. Luckily, Darmanitan's Shadow Sneak pushes it off, letting Pampor reclaim the spot. Now we play super defensively. Lucario skydrops Registeel to keep it out of play. Meanwhile, the rest of the enemy team is kinda wandering aimlessly, which works for us. Pampor finishes Registeel with a crit Temper Quake, and victory is ours. And to our surprise, not only does the Ground Warlord join us, but the Psychic Warlord joins us as well, which is pretty awesome. We celebrate a hard-earned victory until that powerhouse of the North suddenly shows up, Nobunaga himself. He's not here to fight, just to ore farm and flex, and welcomes our challenge. But, you know, we're not scared of him. We're really just taking this region one piece at a time. With that, 4 new kingdoms open up, and let's get a quick look at them. I'm pretty sure they can't have anything to— what am I looking at? Why does she have Garchomp? She has a freaking Rayquaza, and that's 2 freaking Arceuses on one team. This is ridiculous. Okay, so we need to gather our top officers here and plan this whole thing down to a team. So while we're strategizing how to take on this bucket of nonsense here, click this video right here for another awesome Pokemon Conquest adventure that I know you'll enjoy. But let's be for real here. How am I gonna beat the strongest Pokemon in the region twice? This is crazy.